What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time here, and welcome to the stream, our Wednesday stream that we do every week called State of the Gaming Industry, where we talk about everything going on in the gaming world and all the news and everything surrounding it, game releases, news, controversies, everything like that. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and leaving a like on this video. So what we're going to start off with today is just the weekly game releases. So go over here. Not a lot coming out this week. I think next week is going to be like the real heavy hitter, where we got Flintlock, we got Dungeons of Hinterberg, and we got Kanitsugami Path of the Goddess coming out. So I think next week's going to be a lot better. But for yesterday, we had Lifeless Moon that came out. We also had Once Human. Tomorrow on Nintendo Switch, we have Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. I actually had Ace Combat 6 a long time ago on the Xbox 360. It was alright. Angerfoot coming out as well tomorrow for PC. We got a MetaQuest game coming out, Death Game Hotel. We got Disney Speedstorm coming out for iOS and Android. And then we have Neon White, which is also going to be in Game Pass. I think it was a Switch and PC game only. I think it came out last year. A lot of people talked about it. You see, you got a 9.5 from Game Informer. Really good indie style game that's coming out tomorrow. And then also you have, I don't know if it's Dross or Dross coming out on Friday. So like I said, this week's a little light, but definitely next week is going to be a lot better. So definitely stay tuned for that. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the first topic of the day. So go to my bookmarks here. So the first topic is going to be the price increases for Game Pass. Now, Windows Central posted this, so they got a little scoop here going on. But essentially, not only are we getting an increase, sorry, let me adjust myself. I'm trying to look to the side. Okay, so here's the Windows Central article. So it says, Xbox Game Pass is getting major changes with a new tier without day one games and a range of price increases. So to be honest, we all should have seen this coming at some point. You have, all these great features and things like that coming out, but then you also have the Activision deal, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but we knew price increases were pretty much like a guarantee to be coming at some point soon. Then, so it has here, what do you need to know? So Xbox Game Pass is Microsoft's all-you-can-eat game subscription. If you didn't know about it, it's pretty much any first-party Xbox games are in Game Pass. So anything they own is in there, and they own a lot. As well as they have special day one releases that come in there. So like Lies of P was in there day one. They did a deal to get that in there. We had another Crab's Treasure. They had we just mentioned Flintlock and Dungeons of Hinterberg that's coming out next week. So stuff like that. But now, so it says here, additionally, new users will not be able to sign up for Game Pass for console. So a new standard tier is coming soon, which will not include day one games, but will include the 100-strong back catalog similar. Excuse me. Similar to EA Access and Xbox Live Gold multiplayer. So originally, the way Game Pass worked was you got, like I said, all the games that Microsoft owns, and then there was Game Pass Ultimate as well. Now, Game Pass Ultimate comes with PC Game Pass as well as allows you to play online for Xbox Gold. So they got rid of Xbox Gold and came out with the new core tier. But that core tier that they came out with, I think it was late last year, it only had a select few games. I think it was like 30 games that they rotate in the service. So you didn't get the day one games, you didn't get the full back catalog. So that's why they were trying to push people to get Game Pass Ultimate. Everything's kind of either gives you an entryway or some way to get to Game Pass Ultimate. So here's what we need to know, as it says. So soon, Xbox Game Pass for console will be shuttered for new users only. Users currently on Game Pass console will be allowed to maintain their subscription as well as day one games and hundreds of titles in the back catalog. So if you already have a subscription and maybe you bought a whole bunch and it stacks or whatever, like you'll be good for there. But if you just have it on, what do you call it? Not auto repeat. I forget what it's called. Auto draft, or when you just let it take your money or whatever. Auto renew. If you have it set on that, then it's going to change at some point. So this new level or tier is going to be called Xbox Game Pass Standard. So it's more like EA Access, which includes Xbox's back catalog, but it doesn't include day one games. So this will be $14.99. Now that was the original price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate until they moved it up to, I think it's $16.99 now. And that will include Xbox Live Gold for multiplayer, and doesn't include cloud. So standard is not a bad choice, but I mean, the main selling point for Xbox with Game Pass is the day one titles, right? Like getting Call of Duty day one in there, getting Starfield day one in there, getting these other games day one in there is like the big selling point. So if you're paying $14.99, you might as well pay that extra $2 and get Ultimate, because I mean, come on, like it's I get it, like money's tight and everything, but as far as getting the most bang for your buck and the value of your dollars, stretching it, I think Ultimate makes the most sense. So it says, from September 12th, Microsoft will only allow existing users to stack Xbox Game Pass for console for up to 13 months. So that means after that, you can't even, it won't let you go past 13 months. So it seems like by the end of next year, so 2025, so around October, November, which is probably when another Call of Duty or something game like that's going to come out, or a big fall game, they're going to, like, that's it. You can't stack past that. So Game Pass Ultimate doesn't change as far as what it can be, like with the features and everything. However, as it says here, it's going up to $19.99, so up to $20. And I'll be honest, I thought the $20 like price point was going to come a lot sooner, but it looks like it's just now happening. PC Game Pass is also getting a price increase, so it's going from $9.99 to $11.99. But it'll continue to get day one games. So this was where a lot of controversy came from. So there's been a debate around like if console gamers are being supported by Xbox that much, right? Like it seems like they're focusing on, these Fire Sticks and all these other ways to play in cloud and all this kind of stuff, and getting rid of disk drives for consoles. And as you see right here, like to me, PC game, like if you have a PC, to me, just getting PC Game Pass is kind of the best deal. I mean, I would keep Ultimate just because obviously I have an Xbox Series X and a PC, but you only paid $11.99, so you're paying, it's cheaper than the standard and like $1 or $2 more expensive than the core tier. You get day one still, and you get access to all the back catalog. So it's kind of like that's the best value if you have a PC. So, and to be honest, if they're able to get, I don't know what it would be called, if it would be PC Game Pass on like Steam or whatever at some point, listen, that might be the way to go. So yeah, that's that. Globro made a, here we go. So Globro, if you guys don't know him, he's a big Xbox Twitter user. So this is basically like he just made a chart to make it easier for people to understand. So there will basically be 3 tiers and then 1 tier for Game Pass. So if you're on console, there's pretty much 3 tiers and then 1 tier on console. So like I said, Game Pass core. So Xbox Live does not exist anymore. No more gold or silver and all that kind of stuff. So if you have core, it's $10 a month or $75 a year. So this is important too. So when it comes to Even Game Pass, or not Game Pass, when Xbox Live Gold was a thing, you'd have to choose. Okay, am I going to spend I think it was like $8 a month or something like that, or are you going to just buy the year for 60? Most people just buy the whole year because like, why am I going to pay 9 a month and that adds up to what, 108 a year? You're basically playing double. So Game Pass Core is the only tier that has an option to get a year, and it's going to be cheaper than buying the months individually. Now, what you get with Core is you get to play online multiplayer. You get a limited catalog of 25 games, so that's the big downside there. The member deals and discounts or whatever. So you don't get a lot with Core. To me, it's, I don't know. It kind of depends. Like if you're someone who was already used to paying for, let's say, Xbox Live Gold just every year, and say you buy, I don't know, a couple games a year, maybe you don't care as much about this whole thing because you get this new rotating catalog of games and you're paying a little bit more for online. Maybe you don't care, so it's not bad. Then you have the new tier that just came out, the standard, which has everything that Core has, plus the Game Pass catalog, which is going to be all the games that Microsoft has in there from their deals, as well as all their back catalog, all the, you know, everything that Microsoft owns, Obsidian and Bethesda and all that kind of stuff. But there's no day one games. It says added at a future date. So I'm not sure where I saw it before, but apparently it will be a case by case basis as far as what games go in at what time. So let's say it's like Starfield or Call of Duty or something, like that might not come in till like 6 months later. Maybe Starfield, maybe a little later. I feel like Call of Duty, because they buy a new one every year, they rather just give it to you. They're not going to make you wait a year for that. I don't think it wouldn't make sense because then you're just going to get the next one or not get any of them. So we'll have to see what that day one cadence looks like. Everything seems to be case by case when it comes to Microsoft with everything these days, though. Then you have Ultimate, which is obviously the best tier if you don't have a PC. So that comes with everything I mentioned before, online, the catalog. You also get the day one games, right? You get the perks, and you have EA Play as well as Riot Game benefits and cloud gaming. Now, I don't cloud game, but EA Play is a really good addition to Game Pass Ultimate. I'm not going to lie. So games like Madden, EA Sports FC, formerly known as FIFA, the Jedi, Star Wars games, like all these games come in about a year after release. So if they're a game that you can wait to play and you just, that's basically what I did. Like Jedi Survivor, it was on sale for like 30 during Black Friday, but I was like, it'll probably come out in like March. It just came out in Game Pass last month, so, or in May. So, it's worth it. And then the final one, PC Game Pass, like we said. So PC Game Pass, the other good thing about it, as you can see here, PC doesn't pay to play online. They never have. So you don't even have to worry about the whole, Xbox Live Gold or anything like that. Like you can just literally, you're playing online anyway. Now, you don't have that catalog of the 25 games. You get the membership deals. Now, the thing with PC Game Pass, and I noticed this myself when I went on there, not every game comes to PC. So as far as Game Pass goes, and that might deter some people. So when they always release like, hey, these are the games coming to Game Pass, you need to check like when it says like console, cloud, and PC, or sometimes just console, or sometimes just cloud and PC. Like that's the main deterrent for some people. But again, like I said, for $11.99, that's not bad because you pretty much get everything except like, and you get the day one games as it says here, which is the biggest. That's the biggest value to me. It's a day one game. So again, when it comes to these things, we know there are websites. Sometimes there's deals where you can find, whether it's like CD keys or eBay, even sometimes. Like for me, like I think I've bought a membership from Microsoft maybe one time ever, and that was it. It was like the free trial or like the $1 or whatever. Maybe I paid for like 1 month, but like after that, I've been buying like wait till Black Friday, wait till sales, buy from GameStop. Like I'll get like the 3 months for like $30 instead of 45, and just buy a bunch of those, stack it. Like I'm good for the next like 2 years, 2.5 years. So that's the route I kind of suggest people going when it comes to that. But you know, I think what a lot of people are thinking about too, and like I said earlier, what was probably spurring this price increase was the announcement of Call of Duty and other Activision games we expect to come. Activision Blizzard, we got Diablo 4 that just came in. So when it comes to that, we kind of got to expect that the price would increase. But now, when it comes to other Activision games, we've been seeing some weird rumors, some other like listings popping up and things like that. And we have it right here. So Transformers, and I never played these games, but I've seen a lot of people talking about this. This from Game Pass Tracker. So it says the Activision Transformer games have been relisted on Xbox and Steam stores. They still can't be purchased, but players are now able to view them in the stores. And we've seen a few other games popping up. So Transformers, whenever people talk about, oh, they want Activision to come back, or Activision games, where they're going to drop into Game Pass, the series I always hear about is, of course, Call of Duty. And then I hear these Transformer games are like very highly like touted, and a lot of people want to play it. I never played them. I don't know anything about them, but I've seen a few people saying that. So there's an article. Let's see. I had to disable my blocker for this. I did. Okay. So it says it's been relisted, as pointed out by the fan account TFH or TF Hype Guy on Twitter. The games were recently listed, but are still not available for purchase. However, the fact that the listings are back online suggests that the publisher might be cooking something big behind the scenes. These entries were taken down a long time ago in the past and have been dormant till now. Now, okay, so this was the other thing I saw. Apparently these have been available in certain regions, not to buy, but people have been able to see it on the store. So it says it's worth knowing that some Xbox players on Twitter have claimed that they could already see Transformer titles in the store. On the flip side, many others have been unable to spot them until now. The back and forth suggests that this could be a regional issue in the first place. At least everyone seems to be united on the fact that these games were unable on Steam until now, suggesting that Activision has some big plans for the franchise. So that's the big takeaway here, is the fact that they weren't available, or they weren't even on the Steam store, but now they are. You can't buy them, but they weren't even on the Steam store before. So these are little breadcrumbs coming that like something is coming soon. And now, even outside of Transformers, we got this from Tech Radar saying that more Activision's games are reportedly coming to Xbox this year, including the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Now, it says right here, is reportedly set to debut later this year. This comes from a reliable leaker that goes by Xtas Ones. These people got I know my name's crazy, but these people got these crazy names. It was spotted by Eurogamer. The leaker stated that they have spoken to sources that have seen certain graphic evidence that would indicate the release of more Activision games on Game Pass. So graphic evidence means someone took a screenshot they wasn't supposed to, or they saw a listing they wasn't supposed to, or something like that. Among these titles was Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, which is apparently set to launch on a subscription service in August, but doesn't yet know if it can be played through the cloud. Like I said, I'm not a cloud gamer. I don't care about that. Windows Central has been able to corroborate this information as well. And then it says the leaker also said that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 Spiral Reignited trilogy are coming very soon, but cannot guarantee their arrival to the service in the same month. So, like I said, Diablo 4 we got already. And we're just seeing more and more games coming. And at the biggest game, we saw them working on the servers for Call of Duty, the older games, Black Ops, and things like that. And now we got right here. It says, this is from Insider Gaming. It says Microsoft set to launch Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 in Game Pass later this month. The 2023 Call of Duty title will mark the first of the older Call of Duty games coming to Game Pass, developed by Sledgehammer Games. Blah blah blah. And yeah, I think who was it? It doesn't say in here, but I believe Randall Thor also kind of corroborated this story. So, listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. I think it makes sense that they would do the most recent Call of Duty game a couple months before the new one comes out, because they know, like, once, Call of Duty sells, but then once the new one comes out, all the sales pretty much fall off a cliff because no one's playing it anymore. They're playing Warzone or just online or whatever. And yeah, like I said, you see the listing for Transformers. We heard rumors about Tony Hawk, Crash Bandicoot, and now Call of Duty. So it seems like the Activision well is definitely it's about to start. It's going to start very soon. But on the opposite side of the spectrum, when we talk about good selling games, let's talk about games that didn't sell too hot. So Hellblade 2, which I just finished, check out my Let's Play of that game. Thought it was really good. I call it an experience, of course. I know some people are arguing over what a video game is and all this kind of stuff, but we got this from Matt Piscatella from the he does the Circana sales. So it says Hellblade 2 was billed as one of 2024's big exclusives when it released back in May, but overall sales numbers have been hard to come by since launch. Now, let's be honest, we haven't really gotten a lot of sales numbers for Xbox games in general, especially with Game Pass. Like they've been saying, like player count and things like that. But Matt Piscatella says right here, you can see in the tweet, getting a lot of questions on this one. As expected, it was probably the only big exclusive, I think, from the big three at all in the last like 6 months. So it says Hellblade 2 ranked 37th overall for May 2024 in US full game dollar sales, meaning physical plus digital, while ranking 21st on Xbox Series. So that's not good. That's not good at all. Not only because it's 37th overall, but even on Xbox's own console, the only exclusive we've had this year, right, on Xbox? I don't think another exclusive has come out. I mean, we've been waiting on, Avowed and Indiana Jones coming later this year, but that's not good. To be 21st on Xbox Series, that's not good, bro. That's it's not a ton of games coming out for you to be 21st. And yes, it was on Game Pass, and now this is kind of the so this was kind of the argument a little bit for the whole thing with Game Pass. There's a lot of things. Number one, Hellblade 2's marketing people thought was questionable. The only digital release, it only being $50, but it only being like, I think I beat it in 6.5 hours if you add up all the time. And like, that's not being 100% completionist, but yeah, I mean, it's, man, and it being in Game Pass, of course. So, listen, I don't know. Apparently, Xbox is fine with it. Their Ninja Theory has their next 2 games greenlit, but I don't know. We'll never get the sales. We didn't even hear, like, when, let's be honest, if a game does well, even if it's just a player count, someone's going to announce it, right? Like, they're going to say, hey, we had 1 million players already. We had 5 million downloads, something. We haven't heard anything about this game. And, if Game Pass, the main thing behind it was the fact that the big blockbuster games, the Avows, the Indiana Jones, all these games, when those sell, that's supposed to kind of like give the ability to smaller games like this to exist, right? Now, if the subscribers jump the way they needed to with Call of Duty and all these Activision games coming out and just the sales money they're getting from it, hey, it's fine. It's kind of just like, Netflix has these 200 million, 300 million dollar movie budget movies, and people subscribe when Stranger Things come out, and then you get the other little indie French movies and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes, but it doesn't seem like it sold that well, and let's be honest, I don't think a lot of people thought it would. But let's get into the last topic, and that is going to be a new Bleach game is coming out. Bleach Rebirth of Souls. So this is coming out at a good time because it's going to be published by Bandai Namco. So you already know what kind of game this is about to be. Yes, it's going to be a 3D arena fighter. But this is coming at a good time because the Blood 1,000-year Blood War arc. That was TB 1,000. Yeah, Blood War arc. Yeah, TBYW. I always get it messed up. But anyway, the third season is just got announced to be coming out in October, I believe. This game doesn't have a release date yet. But it says here, awaken the blade within you, reverse your fate, and Bleach Rebirth of Souls engage in thrilling battles with powerful sword abilities and characters from this legendary anime franchise. Now, I've never played any Bleach games, but I mean, the art style looks cool. I am a big fan of Bleach in general, and it just looks good. We had some video down here. So it says, awaken a blade with you, reverse your fate, engage in throwing battles with powerful sword abilities and characters from this legendary anime. Choose your favorite character, unleash their unique sword abilities, take advantage of each character's unique abilities, and command the flow of battle to find an opening that spells defeat for your enemies. It says defeat enemies with a single strike. Single strike can spell defeat for your opponent. Change the situation dramatically with the swing of your blade. So I'm guessing that's going to be some mechanic with the game. Where, I don't know, it's like a special move. You find an opening or like a counter or something like that that just does massive damage. And then it says the more desperate the situation, the more powerful you become. So overturn the tide of battle, unlock new forms, new blades in the heat of battle to bring victory from the edge of defeat. And now what's cool about that is it kind of sounds like it's going to be like, what do you say? Like the more you get beat up, the stronger you kind of get to be able to fight. And that sounds cool. Again, I'm not a big arena fighter game guy, but I mean, Bandai Namco's got plenty of fighting games coming out. I mean, you got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That's going to sell crazy. They already got Tekken 8. It's on sale for $40 already. It came out in January. But yeah, Bleach. Like I said, I'm more excited for the anime, if anything. I don't really care that much about arena fighters or anything like that. But that's about it, though. It wasn't a ton of news. I think the Game Pass price increases was probably the biggest news that anybody had this week. But yeah, y'all let me know, though. Let me know in the comment section below. How do you feel about the Game Pass price increases? What do you think about the Activision games? What do you want to see from Activision to come out on Game Pass, or if you're not subscribed to Game Pass, you don't care or whatever. But it's still a cool talking point to try and see what games they do, how they're going to release them, and everything like that. But y'all let me know. Leave a like on this video or this stream. Check out my actual videos. Subscribe to the channel. Check all the links in the description, and I will catch you guys on the next stream.